Good morning everyone. My name is Mayuri Pawar and I am from IT department. We are going to study the Dbms concept, that is file system and database system. The difference between file system and database management system. In traditional file system is basically a way of arranging the files in a storage medium like hard disk. File system organizes the file and helps in retrieval of files when they are required. It is just like folder. We are creating new folder in C drive, in that class data, that is SCIT, in that particular division. Then subfolder is division A, in that roll call list of all the students. That is traditional way of creating files in our folders. File system organizes the files and helps in retrieval of file when they are required. If I want to search particular record of student, that is roll number, address, age, then I will search on particular drive, and then specific division, that is A, in that roll call list of that particular student. Next, file system consists of different files which are grouped into directories. The directory further contain other folders and files. Like I said, file system perform basic operations like management, file naming, giving access rule, etc. For example, NTFS, new technology file system, that is next one is extended file system. These are examples of traditional file system. For accessing particular file, we need the location of that particular file, first one, and second one, we need format of that particular file. It is text, word, audio, video. First thing, keep in your mind, here for accessing particular file, you need to know the location of that file, where that file has been stored, in which drive, in which directory or subdirectory, folders, and what is the name of that file, as well as some file format are there. You need all this information while using the traditional file. Let's see example. These are folders, subfolders, traditional file system. Next one, Dbms. Dbms is basically a software that manages the collection of related data. It is used for storing data and retrieving the data effectively when it is needed. It is also provide proper security measures for protecting the data from unauthorized access. In Dbms, the data can be fetched by SQL queries and relational algebra. It also provides mechanism for data recovery and backup. If you are dealing with a large amount of data, then what is your priority? How to store that data? That is, first one is storage, and second one, retrieval of that data. It should be stored in such a way that it takes less amount of space. That means there should not be any redundancy in that data. You cannot store duplicate data. That is storage. And second one is retrieval. Retrieve means access or search something from large amount of data that should be optimized. Okay. Retrieval means accessing something or accessing or searching something from large volume of data that should be optimized. Some applications of airline, railway, telecommunication, finance, accounting system, and medical. DBMS removes the data redundancy. That means there is no duplication of data in database. And second one, DBMS allows to retrieve the desired data in required format. Second advantage, data can be isolated in separate table for convenient and efficient use. Data can be accessed efficiently using a simple query language. The data integrity can be maintained. That means the constraint can be applied on data and it should be in some specific range. The atomicity of data can be maintained. Atomicity means if some database, the change must be reflected for the entire database. That is called as atomicity. The DBMS allows concurrent access to multiple users by using the synchronization technique. The security policies can be applied to DBMS to allow the user to access only desired part of the database system. Let's see the example of DBMS. Oracle, MySQL, MS SQL Server. Here database are there, database application, database management system, and end user. End user interact with DBMS and database application. Then DBMS interact with actual database. End user request to DBMS, request by using database application, request move towards DBMS, then DBMS interact with the actual database, then data, retrieve data forwarded to the end user. Here the best example है retrieve data, application, end user application, DBMS system and database. Next, the difference between DBMS and traditional file system. The first protocol is storage. DBMS stores structured data in its storage system, whereas in file system it stores unstructured data in its storage system. In file system there is no proper structure of data. Second one is function. DBMS, its main function is to convert raw data into process information and gain knowledge and accomplish the desired tasks and goals. But in file system, the file system is responsible for basic tasks such as file management, file naming and access control. The third one here is structure. In DBMS, it manages the database structure and data of data. But in file system, it manages or organizes the files in a storage medium within a computer. Fourth one is recovery. It provides backup or recovery. That is, DBMS provide backup or recovery if there is loss of data. But in file system, it doesn't provide backup or recovery if there is a loss of data. Fifth one is DBMS is more secure for data storage than file system. But in file system is comparatively less secure to store data, as end user directly access file system. But here in DBMS interact with the end user interact with the DBMS application. In DBMS, next one is complexity. DBMS is complex than file system. File system is quite simple when compared to the DBMS. As DBMS is complex, why? It requires SQL query. It is a standardized format to retrieve some information from database. Here is the actual structure of requesting something and get back the actual result. Thank you.